What if I told you that some of the most admired German luxury SUVs, the ones people dream about owning, the ones that turn heads at stoplights and dominate influencer photo shoots, well, they're quietly becoming financial landmines. So I'm talking about SUVs that feel like the pinnacle of engineering when you sit inside them, and it's packed with tech that feels almost futuristic. Yet beneath that veneer, the ownership story is often far uglier than anyone ever wants to admit. But here's the part that nobody expects. While three of these German SUVs are sinking faster than a stone in a lake, four of them are absolute standouts. They're machines engineered so well that they remain solid investments years beyond 100,000 miles. So, just before we do take a deep dive, as always, it's imperative you hit that like button and subscribe so that you get notified the minute we produce another game changing video that affects your future choice of car or SUV. And I promise you'll appreciate it. So, buckle up and let's plunge straight in. So, everything you're about to hear is based on real world reliability data, ownership trends, and resale patterns that German automakers hope you never look too closely at. So, don't click away because the number one SUV on the road to avoid list is absolutely shocking. And it comes from a brand that millions of people assume builds some of the most durable luxury vehicles on the road today. So let's start with the Audi Q8 e-tron. Now, this SUV didn't just depreciate, it performed a financial disappearing act. Now, the problem isn't build quality. Audi nailed the interior, the comfort, and the road presence. The issue is how fast electric vehicle tech advanced around it. Charging speeds that once felt quick now feel like dial up internet in a fiber optic world. And once Audi unveiled newer EVs with huge improvements, well, the Q8 e-tron instantly became a relic. Now, if you add in its modest real world range and you have an SUV that forces owners to choose between slow charging or frequent charging, neither of which screams luxury convenience. Now, what makes this sting even more is that so many early buyers believed they were getting something future proof, but instead, they got stuck holding one of the worst depreciating luxury EVs of the decade. Now, things get even more complicated with the BMW iX. Now, on the road, it feels like floating through space. The instant torque, the silence, the cabin materials, it all feels absolutely elite. But modern luxury EVs aren't just judged by driving feel anymore. They live and die by software stability and long term platform support. And this, sadly, is where the iX shows cracks. Now, some owners have described experiencing everything from abrupt infotainment blackouts to full system reboots while traveling at highway speeds. Now, it's not that the hardware is bad, it's that EV software ecosystems are evolving so fast that everything not built on the newest architecture, well, it ages almost instantly. Now, BMW's next gen EV platform already promises major upgrades, which risks turning the iX into an expensive stepping stone purchase instead of a long term keeper. And that's before we even talk about its eye watering depreciation trend. And then we have the GLE. Now, the Mercedes Benz GLE is the poster child for why luxury reputation doesn't always match long term reliability. See, the GLE is gorgeous, it's comfortable, and it's luxurious in all the right ways. But the cracks begin to show the moment the warranty expires. Complex electrical systems, sensors that behave unpredictably, HVAC glitches, frozen screens, and drivetrain quirks. They all combine into a long term ownership picture that feels like playing repair roulette. And here's the part that nobody wants to talk about. Modern luxury vehicles are now so dependent on integrated software that when one component fails, well, a seemingly unrelated system often follows it. Owners have described chain reaction failures where the car goes from a minor glitch to an expensive multi-module repair within days. Now, do me a favor, you lease a GLE, you do not own one past warranty, unless, of course, you're okay rolling the dice. But the good news? Well, the German SUVs that do shine long term aren't just reliable, they're absolutely remarkable. The Audi Q5 and the SQ5 continue to outperform expectations because Audi refined the EA888 engine over many years. It became one of those rare engines that's both efficient and durable. And the SQ5's combination of the 3-litre turbo V6 and the ZF 8-speed transmission might very well be one of the smoothest, most reliable powertrains that Audi has ever produced in modern times. It's the SUV that mechanics quietly recommend when customers want something German, but they don't want to pay German-sized repair bills. And then you come to the BMW X3 M40i. Now, the B58 engine is the star here. It's so good that owners often keep their vehicles far longer than planned simply because nothing ever goes wrong. The tuning potential, the long-term reliability, and the smoothness, well, it all makes the X3 M40i feel like a future classic of the performance SUV world. And something that often gets overlooked is how practical and daily friendly it is. Families love it, enthusiasts love it, and it's the rare BMW that satisfies both of them. Next up comes the Porsche Macan S and the GTS. Now, these aren't just SUVs, they're Porsche sports cars wearing SUV clothing. The PDK transmission remains one of the strongest pieces of engineering that Porsche has ever delivered. And there's something deeply satisfying about a luxury SUV that still feels mechanical, connected, and analog in all the right ways. Owners routinely describe it as the only SUV they've driven that actually makes them smile every single day. Yes, it demands premium fuel and premium maintenance, but unlike the GLE, that money buys reliability, not repairs. And finally, we come to the BMW X5 xDrive 40i, and this stands above them all. It blends comfort, power, refinement, and durability into a package that has no glaring weakness. Now, it's not the flashiest, it's not the fastest, but it's one that almost never disappoints its owners. The combination of predictable maintenance, strong resale value, and the legendary B58 engine makes it the safest long-term bet in the German luxury world. Most owners I hear from say the same thing. I really wish I owned everything as reliable as my X5. So there you have it, the honest truth about the German luxury SUVs of 2025. And if this video helped you avoid a financial nightmare or it pointed you towards a smarter long-term choice, smash that like button and subscribe. We're building a community that actually saves people money, and your support helps this channel grow. Drop your year, your mileage, and your repair stories in the comments below, because real-world data is the most powerful part of this channel. And if you're researching more vehicles, do check out my video on the most reliable luxury sedans of 2025, and you don't want to miss it. So this is Drive Right Reviews, and I'll see you guys on the next one.